Father and son now facing murder charges for a deadly school shooting in Georgia. The 14-year-old suspect faces a total of 55 counts, including 4 counts of felony murder. So his father, Colin Gray, is now charged with 29 counts, including second-degree murder. Prosecutors say the teen smuggled an assault-style rifle in his backpack and then opened fire inside Appalachian High School outside of Atlanta in September. Well, prosecutors say the father let his son use the rifle. He bought him the ammunition, even though the boy had confided to his mother that he needed mental health treatment.
He said that over the past year, his fascination with guns had gotten very bad. She also stated that Colt had asked his dad to buy him what he considered a shooter mask that was all black with just the eye holes cut out. And when she asked him why he needed that, he stated in a joking manner, "What? I've got to finish up my school shooter outfit. Just kidding."
The mother tells investigators that the father and son recently had physical altercation, and 2 teachers and 2 students were killed in the school shooting. So now both father and son are due to appear in court next month. Let's talk about it and bring in Chief Legal Analyst Clive Rhodes to this conversation. So with the information that we're learning today, second-degree murder for the father, let's break down this case a little bit as to what stands out to you.
Well, I mean, first of all, we talk about the indictment process, right? So this indictment process you're talking about, the legal profession is formal. It's extremely formal. And because it's formal, it has processes. You're arrested, there's probable cause, and then you kind of sit for a moment. A jury in Georgia, the DA has 4 years to bring a formal indictment. That's when they take folks in the room, they put them in the grand jury room, not a jury box like a trial, but a grand jury. It ranges from 12 to 26 people, and they have to be able to make a determination. Do we believe there's enough information to go forward with putting up, as we've said in the past, an indictment? And you need 12 folks to come unanimous and say that. Not unanimous, but 12 people to agree that there's enough facts to state that. That's what happened here. These charges were already known that this was coming. Now the formal indictment process allows this case to go forward. They'll have a arraignment in November. That process, they'll be able to say, look, I plead guilty or I plead not guilty. And then we can get to the trial portion where we'll start to hear a lot more of the facts and the details of this case. But right now, the stuff that we know is extremely troubling.
Very
troubling. Because this happens so often, we've attempted to normalize this process. But this is not normal. We're talking about school shootings. I deal with homicide cases on the regular, but it's not where it's a homicide case where you're talking about kids. Not homicide case where we're talking about kids shooting at other kids. And so this process is extremely troubling, disturbing, and these facts, I can imagine, will get worse.
And we have to talk about the mental health aspect of this, because investigators say that the teen carefully plotted the shooting. They even go on to be able to say that he left a notebook in the classroom with step-by-step handwritten instructions. The fact that the mother knew that he had this love for guns and these signs that came up, I mean, what are your thoughts from the attorney perspective as going forward with this case?
Well, I think going forward against her, I think it would be problematic because she called the school instantly, let them know, look, my son has issues. You guys need to pull him out right now. He's shown some additional signs on top of just that. And on that day, she tried to notify them. That's why she hasn't been charged. And I think that's the right thing. Regarding the dad, you got to look at the only case that we can point to in history is the Michigan case. You got the 2 parents that were charged there. Other than that, we're in uncharted territory because we recognize that people want to find a way to deter these things from happening. So you go and try to sue the gun manufacturers. You try to sue social media companies. But now we're criminally penalizing parents. In this situation, the father is charged with second-degree murder. That second-degree murder charge is going to be hard to prove.
That's what I was going to ask you, specifically why? Why is second-degree murder so
I mean, you
hard?
got to look at what the statute says. If it's dealing with a child's death, that if it's cruelty to children in the second degree occurs, then you can charge them with that. And it has to show that they were criminally negligent. Criminally negligent means they were reckless, that they did something that they shouldn't have done. And so if I'm defending the father, I'm going to say, well, my actions were not reckless. I'm raising my child. I want to try to make sure that he can be a productive part of society. And even if he is showing these types of patterns, that I still want to figure out a way to work him through that. Now, is my option to hand him an additional AR-15? Probably not. But those are the types of things, if I'm defending him, is that I was just attempting to raise my son. And I'm not a mental health expert, so I wouldn't have known how to avoid this from happening.
Thank you for your insight, Khalif. Appreciate it.